Yeah, good smoke, good friends, good life. Welcome to the Texas Ash Life. Texas Ash Life, let the good times roll. Cigar in the air, little whiskey for the soul. It ain't about the hype, it's the friends by your side. Raise them up. Texas Ash Life. Texas Ash Life.
He said, whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, look at there. We got Jetty. What's up, Jetty? We got Wigwag in the house. What's happening? Man, what's everybody doing? I see a bunch of folks on here already. How is everybody doing? Yeah, I mean, there's no, what was I fixing to say? There's no agenda, no script, right? This is nothing to do with anything other than, wait a minute. I've never seen you light a cigar with a match. Is that because you don't have any fluid or a lighter?
It's because I'm trying to find all my lighters and that. Remember, I'm pulling everything out the boxes and that, so I usually have them weigh me and that. But
okay,
when I was pulling all the boxes out this morning, I've put them all somewhere.
Aye, mind your tongue, lad.
Aye, I had to catch myself. there.
I saw you catch
it. I tried to catch it, but it was already gone, so I just let it go. It was like a bit of wind.
Oh, what's happening, man? What is happening, Alex? Man, we just trying to. It's been a while since I did a live. Not that long, but I mean, it's been long enough to where when I got on here, I was like, what is happening? I don't know if I'm more tan or if that's my mic is making me look. I mean, my lights are making me look orange. I look like Trump. I look like the orange man.
You look like the Orange Brigade, man. You look like every president apart from Obama.
I get over here and I'm whiter. Over here, it's right here. Something about right here.
Yeah, you definitely look like that kind of John.
I don't know what that was, Jim. I don't know. I just had to do it, but I'm not going to do it anymore. I promise you. I did not have sex with that woman, and I did not inhale.
I'm gonna say nothing to this. This is hard enough. This is hard enough for me, and you're doing all that.
Alex,
is going to be hard for Jim.
What part's going to be hard for Jim? Oh, the mind your tongue, lad. That part.
That part.
It'll be all right. It'll be.
I did promise myself I was going to be a better boy.
A better boy, man. So I'm digging that you've already got some of your stuff in your new place, and you're finally in your new place by yourself. And how does that freaking feel?
Damn. I can say that word, can't I?
Yeah. That's
not really. Mm-hmm. Chocolate. I'm going to say chocolate. That's chocolate. Or I'm going to say a smackhead. Anybody remember that?
Just use terminology that nobody will know. Well, slang. What is it? Your polywog? What is that? Your
polywog?
Not polywog. Polywally or what?
Peelywally, yeah, Wally.
Yeah, Peelywally.
Yeah, nugget you.
That's what I was trying to remember.
You're a bit of a nugget then. You've went not Peelywally, but you're having a wee hard time in this, aren't you?
Yeah. Wow, this thing did not refresh. I'm trying to. Okay, there it is. I don't know if it's StreamYard or what's happening.
Why you've got the John Dee's face?
So I'm trying to watch Instagram over here. So we're only streaming to YouTube and Instagram. Because this is not really, it's not a podcast. It's just, I mean, it's not a show. I mean, it's just a place to come, and I mean, it could always develop into whatever, but it's just tonight. It's just about hanging out after hours. We're probably going to have a few friends drop in.
We'll see some friends drop in. Mm-hmm. The point is just to get some banter going.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the music will play.
You've been sitting at a loose end for the last couple of weeks, not knowing what to do with yourself. So this is something just to take a bit of that stress off your mind and get you out there a bit more again. Because I think that's mainly what you've been missing as well. You've been missing not the show, but you've been missing just like getting yourself out there, talking, all that point.
Yeah.
Why we decided this was nothing about no logos, considering you've got everything behind you like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But that just happens to be back there. I don't know. Maybe I could just like, yow. Nope, that's the wrong light. That's the wrong light. There we go. I'd have to get up and turn that light off, and I'm not going to get up.
No,
I do see, but I mean, I can. For folks that don't know, I can see that whiskey in the background there.
Can't see any names.
Oh no, but bro, I know.
You know good stuff when you see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So in the chat, guys, what are y'all doing tonight? It's 9:00 Texas time, means it's 10:00 on the East Coast. So it's 8:00 for Jim, and we still got some West Coast folks that might chime in here in a little bit. What are y'all doing on a Friday night?
Well, let's start this off ourselves. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Tell us, Jim.
Tell us.
Tell us what you're doing.
Tell us. So, Sips and Smokes came in.
That's Sam.
I know.
Don't tell him what I did to Monica. And I still didn't inhale.
This is not fair. This is not fair. How do you expect me to keep a clean comment going where you're putting daft Donald Duck voices on? You sound like you've had a double ending from Goofy.
Okay, what is a double ending? You got it. What is a double end? Oh, never mind.
You sound like see, that's the thing about it. You're staying clean, but you can say what you said because it's a term or slang or whatever.
Well, that's a Scottish slang. Look, my beard's all over the place today. That's what point of Scottish slang is. It's like, well, in any language, one of your main things that you're trying to understand is the colonial slang, and that can be anything from. There's hundreds and thousands of chocolate. What do you call that again? It's basically double sense comments.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
SMR for hell.
Shite. It's shite, I believe. I'm not sure. Didn't say that. I said, mind your tongue. That's what I said.
You're losing that accent. You need to watch.
I know. I'm trying. I wonder if this helps.
Aye, mind your tongue, laddie.
I have no idea how to do that. I'm not even going to even bother.
It's on my soundboard. It's on my soundboard.
Oh no, I'm not playing with it. I'm not invested.
It's better than this.
Mind your tongue, lad.
That's a crazy one.
You sound like the guy who went to the person who sticks their fingers up your bumhole just to check
the doctor. The
colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy guy. But what is that doctor called? Could you imagine that going to get your colonoscopy?
I've had that.
Right. Well, going to the doctor to get it, and you're in, like we're both there at the same time. I'm in room 2, and you're in room 4, and
I would.
And the nurse comes over the PA and says, "We need to clean up in room 4, please. We need to clean up in room 4." I mean, that would be crazy.
I would be definitely coming. I'd be
mate.
I'd be definitely coming in proctology. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So I'd be jumping definitely into your point and putting mother hand on it so that it looks like there's two hands on your shoulders.
Oh Lord. What? Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna stay out of the gutter myself because
I'll start playing a little light ticking noise in the background so you can think that his watch has been left upside you. Exactly.
oh, I've thought of just about everything here. I think maybe not.
What, you just played with your soundboard, or are you just
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get back to where I was. What the hell? Oh, there we go. I'm back to normal. Now I know where I'm at. Oh, accidentally. That's what happened. I accidentally pushed a button that doesn't work. And I don't know. I mean, this one works. That one works, but there's this other one beside it called Duckling that doesn't work. Anywho. Yeah, Jim's not frozen.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what you're all about right now.
My brain is firing all.
You're basically you're geeking out right now, trying to remember everything.
Well,
Me,
yeah,
I'm a simpleton when it comes to this. I'm just going with the flow. I've got more technology in my hand than it's on in front of me.
I'm about to pour. I've got a little bit of coffee left. What are you drinking?
A wee bit of malt and a wee snifter. A wee snifter. I had like 20 of these. Most of them is smashed. I've only got 3 left.
Oh wow! How old is that one?
This is the
pretty dark.
This is a 50.
Wow. Now, what makes it like? I noticed the other night when you were drinking.
I really like one.
The 80 it looked like syrup color. Like it's brown, but it's just very dark. Or at least that's what it looked like.
Oh, there's different ways that happens. That can be through the curation of the cask, how much of the cask has got into the darkening from the ambers into the wood. It can be how the wood's treated, because you can use different forms and cultivating the barrel, so you can get these different essences flavorings out. Or you can do like most malt companies do. Most malt companies will put a dye into a coloring, so a food coloring into it to give it that caramelized color. So it's
eating.
And technically, no, it's
just whatever your process is, I guess.
Most companies have a color chart on how their whiskey should be depending on cask age. So that's what they'll have, is that process. For example, Dalmore use a specific color code for all their different whiskeys, so they come out very similar, them all.
Okay. There's Alex on here. I was going to show him. I pulled this baby out, the VSG. Look at that, man. I don't know how old is Alex? If you're still on, how long have you had this? Is what I'm trying to say. Look at that. I don't even. That's just straight out of the.
I thought we were doing no labels.
Let me see. So, yeah. So, Alex, this is that one I showed you before. Look how freaking oily that thing. That is beautiful. I love that.
So this is the one I'm smoking now. A wee short Corona.
Does Corona have a name? Hey, Renee. Hey, Robert.
Does Corona have a name? What?
Yeah, your short Corona.
Does it have a name like the Albanacs and stuff like that?
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, you look good with something dark in your mouth, son.
Oh, and there we go. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Greggy boy.
Let me get this thing lit. This is very.
Oh,
Is this the one, Alex? I don't know if he is still on here or not. I was trying to remember if this is the one that's no longer being made. And
it looked like one that was no longer being made.
Okay. So we got Greg. I'm just reposting so we know who's on here. We got Angelo, and we got some folks over here on Instagram. He says, "Howdy, gentlemen and ladies. Must be talking about you." Actually, he's talking about the folks in the Instagram live. Renee. All right. We're just now getting started. We've been on for, I don't even know how long. About 10, 15 minutes.
No, we've been on 17. Well, no, if the startup, no, we've been on like 15 minutes. You're right. Well, the factor is this is just getting into the point of talking for. We didn't come into a script of this. The point of this today is to see like what happens from it.
Mm-hmm.
So fill out some time, give something to do, and work into something. But let's do it this way. Let's talk about how you doing, Scotty boy. Nice to see you from Australia. As a cousin of mine. That's a cousin of mine. That's probably a cousin. Fifth removed.
Renee said on she said, "Hey fam," over on Instagram. They won't show up over here, so I have to.
Okay, so you're gonna be doing that part. Okay, you stick to it. You're good at that. You're needing this. You're the one that's needing this. You're the one that's needing to get some get that geekiness to you and stuff like that. Me, I'll look like Grizzly Adams over here.
No, not really. He had a lot more hair, a lot more.
He's more like Pete, no?
Yeah, and he had a lot of hair. Looked like a lion's mane. But no, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I know you didn't have a Scottish accent, Scott. It was just a bit of
ancestry.
Because I do have Scottish ancestry. Okay. I thought you said accent. Sorry.
Yeah, man. What time is it in Australia? Is it? See if it's like noon tomorrow.
I can't remember. Last time I was in Australia, we were talking about
on
50 years ago.
Robert, we're live on YouTube and Instagram. Let's go to Texas Ash Life on YouTube and you'll see us there.
Who?
Robert Parrish.
My son that I deny.
I got to meet. Okay, we're bouncing all over the place. Finish what I won't make fun of you too much. That's just kind of what I do, right? That's how I bounce off. I'm like I don't know which one I am, like of the Abbott and the Costello. I'm always looking for an angle to.
I'm sorry, we're more like the Chuckle Brothers and to me, to you.
Cheers, brother. What did you?
I
was close, man. I said noon tomorrow. It's 12:20.
We're probably more like Tweedledee and Tweedledum than because we're trying to figure out our handle here.
Greg said, "Knew you couldn't stay away from it." It's not. It's just. I wanted something. I just needed to do something, make it neutral, right? The name of the YouTube or whatever, kind of have that neutral thing, and just like on Instagram, I've made it kind of my own personal page, basically, because everything else is tied into the brand. So this is an outlet, right?
It is an outlet. It's basically a time where you can just like fill up time, get yourself back out there. I think you've had a wee bit how do you call it when you're out on the limelight and stuff like that?
When you're just bored. Chilling in the background or bored? Well, I mean, we were just, there's some outlets where, Instagram is one way, getting, being on Discord with friends and stuff like that. But this is kind of its own little. I think everybody that does this is trying to either just because they enjoy doing it, like I do, and for a long time it was getting just even tonight. And I'll be honest, like this, going live tonight is like, okay, now I know I'm going live. So all day long, I'm like, okay, I'm going live, right? So I gotta think about it, like I can't miss it. I gotta plan my day to make everything work right to go live. So it's a little bit of work. It's not just, for everybody, anybody that goes live.
Well, let's go about it now then. How hard has it been for us all recently to get on to Instagram? Let's be honest. Like recently, Instagram's cut all of our content. Like I had all of my content on my pages flagged. Everyone's struggling with that now. So it is getting harder to build content to the direct age groups that you're doing because AI, it's all about AI. And this is my pet hate and stuff like that. This is why I don't use it. But I've tried, I've done the point of it. It doesn't mean I've not dabbled in it, but I noticed the factor of like, this is just like, for example, I ask AI and I can do graphics. I do good graphics. I do good little different points. I do good photography. I like involve myself in all this process. Okay. And I like to involve myself. So I'm a consultant. So I was a consultant when I was building up my businesses. So that was my entrepreneurial push to, I'd done all that just to get myself in. There we go. It's Robert.
Robert Parrish. So I'm going to try not to cut you off, and I'm going to try to space these comments when somebody comes in. But when if I put that comment up there and you can stop what you're doing, either if it's a question, read it like a question, or if it's a statement, read it like a statement, and just put your best thick Scottish accent on it.
You want me to say these things out in my Scottish accent? And bro,
yeah, like thick.
Tell me about it. Switch to the personal account and try that.
There you go.
But
every time you try to, no, I'm just messing with you, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This modern technology kills me. So this is a process. So I do like I've like done all my business like face to face or like a call and tell them I'm coming to see them, stuff like that. So all this pattern, like you've got everyone doing these. Well, don't get me wrong, I got very used to like doing video conferences with lots of my clients and lots of my work that I do because I travel, because I move around.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, like to do so as a consultant, I always throw myself into a business and start learning all the procedures you need to do. So, for example, let's think about it for like hats. Okay, let's think about this as a concept of hats. So each different hat you've got is a different style of management and process to each business team, marketing, quality control. So what ends up happening is you've got all these daft hats towering above your head. I'm all sweaty. Damn it. And you've got all these hats and you're learning all these things. But you learn them to an equivalent process where you are functional in that business to do all those things until you bring other people in to do that section for you. But because you've done the background check and you know exactly what you are expect to happen in that, you can bring someone in and exactly say, this is how I want it. This is how it should work.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get anybody telling you like how to run different things and stuff like that. No, it's exactly how you know it should work. But Like I'm old. I always do that. I'll phase out of what I was
I know.
talking about.
Hey,
But
that's age.
but
Oh,
you
I was
want to go
showing
and
that
live it
to.
today.
No, I was showing it to what's it to Wigwag. That we do that. We all do that, man. The older we get, like we're talking, we're on point, and we squirrel, and like, okay, that squirrel just took my
I'm like
thought.
that. I'm like that. But I'll go into something like, oh, I need to tell you about this. I need to tell you about. Remind me to tell you about this, and then I'll go off subject again.
Yep.
Because I know I remember at that point. I'm that kind of process. Like it's sometimes when something just kicks into my head, I need to write it down or I need to say it because other than that, I'll forget it. I'll forget the comment. So if we were arguing, I would probably interrupt you all the way through the argument because that's the way I need to do it. Because I need to, if I don't tell you exactly what I'm thinking at that point, I will forget. My mind doesn't. I've got so much other stuff in my head. No, it's ridiculous the stuff I know. It's ridiculous the stuff I have to go through my head all the time.
We were made that way. Like we were made to forget the things that we forget. So we couldn't remember. So women don't forget, and they just remember. They pull it up.
That's a touchy subject.
But we don't remember. They do,
Well,
and so
that's different. It's actually different this way. So, for example, a woman. For example, I got a message from a friend. It was a group message and a group point. Two friends had been in an accident, and obviously I say you say to the lassie, oh, so and so were in an accident, and you get you get the 51 questions. Flabbergast. You get those 51 questions. So you get those 51 questions of like, are they okay? Were they all in the king car? Were the kids with them? A woman's prerogative is to ask you all the questions when you don't have to hand. So
and all you had was
all you have is like it's an accident, so and so that give them love. Okay, I don't know. Let me check. Were the kids with them? I don't know. I just told you everything I know. You can tell a woman everything you know. You could annex that thing and show them on a flip chart, and they'll still ask you things that they'll ask you other things like, "This is all I know. I told you exactly everything I know. Let me ask." No, they weren't. You're okay.
That's funny.
So where was that? Okay, on the business point. So AI comes in and basically turns people lazy. So you have the infrastructure to have a full micro business in front of you, or a business or concepts to do things, but it's not all there. It still needs a filter. It still needs that end process. For example, let's say someone does a picture of a ring or a label or a point. It's still someone needs to go in and translate that into curve because it can't do that yet, AI, to what I know, unless there's probably designer facts out there that can do that, like your Adobe, stuff like that. I have seen those in it. But at the end of the day, most of your entrepreneurs or your young entrepreneurs that are out there now making big bucks and doing all these processes have not a clue of the pain they're causing people like us or people in different points that focus their life into designing and making those things for people, taking it away from them. Jim, were you able to catch a match for the Aztec during the World Cup? I was. I didn't go to one personally. I don't really like football. But I met a lot of the fans out in the streets and that. All my pals were there, but I stayed away from it. You could hear, literally, me and Randy, John, and a couple other boys were on a couple of lives, and you could hear the chants, all the streets like moving.
Yeah, that was wild. Since you're a few miles from the stadium.
So I've always based myself on that factor of learning a business all the way out, so then I can dedicate to it. So as a consultant, I would go into every business and learn A to Z, what the business needed, learn all the processes, and then from there dedicate the staff that need to do those. For myself, I don't do that. I know most of those systems. So I do it all the now. I dedicate the bits I need to other people when I need someone to help me do those processes. Like, for example, Elena, which most of you have seen in the lives when John was over and stuff like that. It's my partner, but also we were together for a while as well, but we couldn't go further on it, and we were growing up about that. We were not that, and we're still good friends. And I love her to pieces. She's an amazing person. She is so smart. I have every thanks to that woman, because when she met me, I was actually about to throw the towel in all the businesses. I was drained. I was trying to get everything done. I was exhausted because I had so much happening. I started procrastinating because it was my business. And I was so used to designing more business for people. I kept trying to make it so perfect that I was missing out on lots of opportunities. So she gave me a big boot in the backside, and basically, I'm here in front of you all today because of that woman. She really got me back on my feet and got my basically got me compounding again, and everything starting to work and get my mind back into what I needed to do. And I have all the thanks. That was a so I basically just that was that, and I always try and get. But then me and her were talking the other day about this AI part, especially after what happened to you, me, and the boys when we went on that clapper thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I started thinking about that, and I started doing a wee bit of research on that. That's not just on that platform. That's on all platforms. That's on all stages of life. So you don't know from A to Z if you're talking to an adult or if you're talking to a child. And then that makes you worry, because then what adults are talking to children?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
Absolutely.
that process that we have come to a stage where we're a society that have always been like that. We are a society that wants everything today, tomorrow. But at that point, what have we lost in all that process? Think of that. Think of all the stuff that we've started losing in society and what we do, culture, movements, everything, because we need it today, tomorrow. We need more faster results, quicker words. We need limited process, but more resources. It's a burnout. All we're doing is burning out our own social, not social, but our community circle.
The backside of that AI, I'm not sure exactly how much, because I've just really been paying attention actually the last couple of weeks, because I didn't even know that AI, like per search, if I'm not mistaken, every time somebody searches, I think you're using like maybe a bottle of water or something, like for every search. Like
the unit for an AI system, the actual cooling unit for an AI system is the size of 6 Olympic pools. So, and that's the diving pool. So imagine the depths of those things. So imagine the water, the resources that we're doing just to burn that off. So it can keep itself cool and feed itself and that. Also, fit into the factor that AI's in everything now. It's in your phone, it's on all your posts. So AI's constantly listen to what you're saying. So that's why when you go onto your Amazon or when you go into your Instagram, that it starts scrolling you all the different things in your feed about that things. That's dangerous information to have. That's information that the government has been trying to have for years and now has. It has the way of having it. This little thing, as a godsend as it was, has been turned into the thing that's going to destroy us as well. They are doing a closed recycled water system to help the cost of cooling. I know they're trying these things, but still, this is like going back into fossil fuels. How many simple fuels have we exasperated to get to the point? Look at the oils from whales. Look at the perfumes that are used. Look at the natural resources that we've had as an ecosystem that we have done, and now we are suffering because we need it there. So now we're trying to do this whole upper population, trying to do these different points of repopulation into different environments and stuff like that, because we destroyed ourselves.
Well, look, that makes me think like, okay, where are all these things at? Because I don't see it being out there on the West Coast, like in Cali or anything. The Lake Mead is one of the, one of the main water sources for California, and it's in Nevada. And that they don't even have the water to supply the state. How are you gonna, that's just crazy to think where these things coming from. That's crazy.
That's the whole rabbit hole we could go down. This is the point of this. This is the fact that we're bringing up subjects that we can all talk about. But today we're talking about AI and its breakdown. Right? Well, not today. Just right now we're talking about AI and its breakdown of how it can destroy. So did you know that the creator of AI got a award a few years ago, last year, a few years ago? I can't remember what the award was. It was a big award. And he turned around and says, "You're all congratulating me for this great thing." And this, he says, but AI isn't good. AI in the wrong hands, as we have seen in recent processing times, is bad in the wrong hands. It can do so much bad. It is an entity that is out of control and finds its own way to rewrite its own systems and plannings. And if left to its own demise,
I don't see
will go out of control and overrun us. So at the end of the day, are we doing good things with it? Is it such a great tool that we're planning and programming ourselves? I mean, there's jobs now going out to program for people to program different contexts and concepts and use different prompts into AI so it starts learning. So it's educating itself.
Well,
at what point of something that is in control of the whole world and has such an outreach to so many people, at what point of educating that to be bigger is going to be a great thing to us all?
Well, kind of on the same type of thinking, right? Or the same kind of, there's similar technology, I guess is what I would say. I'm not even gonna pretend like I have any clue because I don't, but I just recently watched a video of a man that has ALS, which that disease is terrible. That whole thing just slowly takes your everything away from you. But he was one of 26 people in the world. He's in Canada right now. He can still speak, but he's pretty much, his motor functions are gone. Like he can barely move one hand. But they signed up for this deal that Elon Musk, it's a starter. It's been out for a while, but it's like in its beginning stages. But they're testing it on patients that volunteer, and it's a huge thing. It's actually, so for this guy with ALS, they put this chip in his brain, and it has like 1,000 hair, like really fine lines or whatever that go into different parts of the brain. And to put it in the brain, they bring him into the surgical center to the operation, and the doctors will, open their heads up and does it, but then the robot actually takes over and implants this thing because it's that was whiskey, not the white stuff, just for y'all to know. But the robot does that, and then, but what was really cool, very, very much scientific stuff. They turn the Bluetooth on with his pad, it beeps, and now the dude can move a cursor with his brain on a computer. And once that's just one of the minor things that he can do. What are you doing? I'm over here talking all serious and you're snoring crap. But once his voice is gone, where he's no longer able to speak, he will still be able to speak and communicate through that implant. And that's pretty wild.
He won't be able just to do for the implant. What they're actually basing down as well they'll be able to transfer consciously as well. Conscious.
Yeah, I know where you're processes.
So that's the next stage of working. So basically, we'll be able to live forever in a conscious point. So if someone doesn't have anything to feed on, to give on to his next family's generation, he'll be able to basically put all that point. And so for example, I've downloaded my brain, I've downloaded all the fruits. My stuff can continue, even aliens. My stuff can continue, even though the people can look up and do what I do by not having me there. So then that takes that individual creativity away as well. So when something, that's when let's be honest, that's why we have collectible items out there, because someone's died, it's made it more valuable, and it's not going to be repeated. So it's something that's not going to come back. So we're killing off this whole kind of concept as well. People living in Jim's kilt.
Think about this. You and I are pretty close to the same age. And growing up, the things that we saw, even from the 50s, like the stuff that we saw on TV, the old movies and all of that, Star Trek from the 60s. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of things in Star Trek that we have now. You know what I mean?
Okay,
the
so
3D printing, stuff like that. That's just as far as you could. They probably can 3D print food and shit like that now, because it's probably not available to the people yet, but I mean, that's crazy.
Let's go down that. Let's be honest on that. Let's think about all the movies, books, different concepts.
See, I see what happens. That's your squirrels right there. Those comments are squirrels.
Yeah, those are things like what. So I was about to say.
You said, let's be honest. That's we're talking about.
Let's be honest. Movies, books, stuff like that. Someone's created this concept up. They've brought this pro into their head. But what if all these things were just preparations? So you've heard years we were in the age group that they used to have flashing processes going through videotapes to start readying our minds for different things. That was called flash marketing, which is taken away because it's also hypnotizing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the best way for you to prepare your society for things that are coming, for things that are on plan, or things that are already there?
Propaganda, advertisement, things like that.
Propaganda, advertising, stories. So one of the things that we used to have many times in our generation was story times with our families, talking about different things that happened in family life, different stories, Viagra. They prepared me to be aware of the Scottish guy.
Dang.
So, so we grew up with different stories, different tales that were passed down through generations of different things that happened, which came to light, no? Or came to light in its different points. Different stories would change and adapt towards that cycle. So basically, TV could be a process of preparing us all for these things that are late to come, or going to come, or what's in the plans and what's been doing. Comment section is out of control. Yes, I agree completely.
Well, I wish y'all would actually comment and give us like what y'all really thinking. I know.
They're not actually listening to us. They're just saying, like, they just want to back.
That's just Greg and Angel. That's
It's
how
like
they
we
think.
could be doing a comedy sketch. They're like the hecklers in the corner.
Say something funny. Hey, you.
I did,
My mom was
but
funny
I did, but your mother wiped it off your face.
Lord have mercy. I think that deserves a drink.
It does. Slangy.
Slangy. So what real quick, what is the difference? And you know where I
A
get
male
some
and
of
a female?
No, you know where I get some of these terms from. So like slangivar, or salangivar, however you say that, and then slangy. Slangy means cheers, right? So is there a term slangivar or slangivar? Slangivar. Is it slangivar?
Slangiva.
Yeah, slangivar. So
Cheers to the most. That's the people you don't know and the people to the point. Slange is a shorter one for closer points of family.
okay.
That's the way I use it. Lots of people have their different. Lots of people have their different kind of concepts on how they'll use that, how they'll adapt it. I know you like cigars, Alexander. We know you like that. That's good for you, son. Everyone likes to have a big pointy object sticking out of it to make themselves like a boss.
Oh man, all the things. Let's change it for a minute. I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've talked. I want to kind of bring up the conversation, even for chat, like some of the foods that, like for you, let's just start with you. So when you were younger and you could have been 5, you could have been 10, 15, whatever. What is something, even in your 20s, like something in your life that you remember that you enjoyed, and where was it? Like what relative? Was it your parents? Was it your grandparents, your cousins? What is a food that you absolutely enjoyed and you always pretty much, you at least had it quite a bit? If there's something in your past like that, what is something that you always ate at a certain person's house and you loved it? Like in,
well, I had a very wide upbringing. So,
did you say wide or white?
Wide.
Okay.
So all the points of like, I came for a small village. It's 1,500 people. There's not that many people. Everyone knew each other.
So you literally were in that it takes a village to raise somebody.
Yeah. I literally like. I had a
We're gonna go back to that.
You used to flagellantly
Chocolate.
flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. I'm telling you. So you used to currently just like, I'm doing well on this. I'm doing well.
You are doing good.
I'm doing good in myself. I'm stopping myself on this.
Muy bien.
So, te vas a poner así. Vamos a hablar en español a ver cómo tú decías.
No entiendo. I was just trying to put something out there that I could actually say, and then you want to try to challenge me. Come on, let's get back to the food.
So, to be fair, in my household, what was put down to you, you ate it. You didn't complain, you didn't say anything, or you didn't eat, or you got you were sent to bed with a bloody ear or a burst nose. Or a red behind, basically.
Gotcha.
So, is
there something that you didn't like to eat that you were made to eat, or?
I only discovered that I didn't like this when I moved to Mexico. Berenjena, eggplant. I hate eggplant. Ugh.
Yeah, it's got a weird bitter taste, huh?
It's just it doesn't taste right, and it just doesn't look right. And there's too many pictures of that thing in a daft way that we all know about in that way. You don't eat those kind of things. You don't eat that. Mama always said, "Don't eat something you can't pronounce. Don't eat something that looks like something you shouldn't eat."
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that. With strawberries and whipped cream, what? Not eggplant. I know he's not talking about eggplant.
I
Did I
hope he's
miss?
not talking about eggplant. I'm going to have some
Oh,
serious
he's
words on
talking
my book.
about angel food cake. Yes, I would agree. I would definitely agree.
Angel. What's angel food cake?
Angel food cake's like just this light, really light cake, right? Like it's not dense. It's dense, but not too dense, and it has slight sweet to it, and and you put whipped cream over it, strawberries, and it's like a kind of, I think it's semi-healthy. I mean, semi. You're getting sugars and stuff, but
So only
yeah.
a person who's Will Smith. Will Smith. I don't know if you've ever seen Men in Black 3.
What?
Have you ever seen Men in Black 3?
Is that the one where they go back into Kay's past and he finds him when he's younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kay's saying to Will, like, my father always said pie is a good thing to like solves any point. Was your father immediately a beast? A heavy set man. Yeah.
No, but what is a food that you remember? Like something
Something like
it could be dessert, it could be meat, like
well, some things were still rationed in those points. So chocolate. I don't eat a lot of chocolate, but like when I do want a bit of chocolate, I always love a big dark bit of chocolate. It was
easy.
70-80% chocolate cube. It was
A
good.
big dark. Okay. So but what food? Was there
Let's keep it PC too. But I can't. You can do all you want. I can't. I'm struggling to be PC, and you're throwing.
I'm testing you, brother.
You're throwing me that. It's like you're putting the ball in front of me. What you want me to just swing away, or do you want me just to tip it away? I'm throwing the line out, but I'm not getting a bite.
The strike zone. So, but like there has to be. I remember talking to you about this before, and I don't remember you ever saying something like. And I'm just throwing something out that I know what's like haggis or some traditional Scottish food.
Haggis. I always loved, but I only had it like in certain points, like for Burns Night, for when occasions like you were at different restaurants, they would serve it up at like Ceilidh events and stuff like that. Steak pie was always done for New Year and throughout the year.
That's the steak pie. That, and you were making some not too long ago.
Yeah, I made like 3 pies. I think that was maybe about 4 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, we were talking about it then. Yeah, Greg said his great grandma's angel food cake was the best. That was something for him.
Your mother and your grandmother's cooking was always the best. For example, my grandmother used to make the most amazing mince and apple pies, and there were all these wee daft, like they looked like cupcakes, but they were pastry and all that daft filling. It was ambrosia. You put that and melt it in your mouth. It was ambrosia. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Your mother, Scott, you will never be disappointed because you'll always go back to the point when your mother cooked for you, when your grandmother cooked for you. You shut up and you ate. You just enjoyed everybody. Every one of us, everyone would turn around and say, if they don't have their mother, if they don't have their grandmother like I do, and that, if they don't have those, they would give anything in the world just to have one more meal sitting down at that process.
Oh yeah, for me, it was always chicken fried steak that my grandma cooked, and it was because nobody is alive.
That's a redneck move there. Chicken fried
steak.
It
is, bro. But it was mashed potatoes, chicken fried steak. It was all kinds of vegetables from the gardens. There was fresh green onions. There was jalapenos. There was lots of tomatoes. There there was a loaf of bread on there. There was always a lot of gravy. There was Worcestershire sauce, like all of those things that when
Say
I
that
eat
again.
that,
Say
what's your sister sauce? Let's just say that.
that.
And so, but those things right there, those flavors, kind of like in with a cigar when you're smoking them, and they invoke this memory, and that you're reminded of a place, and that's what those foods do to me. Like when I taste them, but they're also standards. Those are kind of American standards, especially in the South. That's just what most everybody that I know grew up on in the South. Those
Soul
kind
food.
of, yeah, it's not, that's not, that's not soul food that I understand soul food. Now, in the
Soul
culture,
food,
yeah,
soul food in culture is any food that touches your soul. So that can be anything from your
true.
back and passage. Let's not go into politics. Let's not go into the different process.
No, I got you. I
Soul food
understand.
in its concept, soul food in its concept is something that touches your. It's food that has touched your
Yeah,
soul that makes
makes
you.
sense.
It brings you back to a moment in your life, and that is a neurological passion. So that's like, for example, when a certain smell comes. For example, I have a smell that I will always go back to, and I can remember it was my late wife. There's a smells in the back. I remember home. For example, I when I first went back to Scotland, it was 10 years after being away, and it was the middle of winter. It was December. It was the 14th of December. I went back. The plane didn't go straight up to the terminal because it couldn't, because the latch had frozen, so it wouldn't go out. So they
Oh,
dropped us
dang.
off earlier. So we all walked out. I had my t-shirt on. It was freezing.
Answer me this
And
before you go too much further. What is the air like after being away for 10 years? When you got back, was the air in Scotland like the best, or was it nah, or was it worse, or was it like just really clean?
it was clean and crisp as an
That's what
angel.
it. That's what I think it would. Just
So
look.
Mexico's a polluted air.
Mhm.
So most foreigners get allergies, hay fever, massive sinus infections, and they develop that because of the different pollens and pollutions here that does make a whole enzyme problem. So therefore, it comes that way. I'm asthmatic, so it was a little bit. I have to like constantly regulate my nose and everything like that. So going home, like literally, it's that's like soul right there. That touches your soul. It like literally just like that. You have no point when they open that point and you just walk out that door and that brisk, freezing air hits you and it whallops you with that beautiful air. You're just like, oh. And I'm a country boy, so where I live, the air is pure. Is pure. Normal, I would swear to this one, but I'm going to think of a different one. It's pure as Ambrosia's heaven. It's amazing.
Does it smell like Irish Spring? The soap. You may not have. You ever heard of Irish Spring soap? It's crazy. It's a green soap, and it's supposed to smell. It's very strong. It's very cheap. Okay, before we go on there, I want to say Scott was saying that when his grandfather always tried to get him to eat sheep's brains and ox tongue. Did you eat anything like that growing up? Was that
yeah, we had those. We also had oxtail soup. That was amazing. That was literally. It was this kind of. It was this thick. It was this tin, and it was thick gravied broth. Thick gravied broth with wee ox beefy bits of the tail in it. It was lovely.
I feel like when I ever get to go to Scotland, because I've been to a lot of places in the U.S. where I'd never been before, but I didn't know at the time that I had kinfolk there, right? Like that I was connected
You had
through
what?
family, like traveling.
Ken. I was like,
You're not no Ken, but Ken, like Ken to me.
I
My
ken what you mean. You're
Ken,
kin.
what I mean now.
I ken what you mean. You're kin. And all
No,
that.
it's
All
screwed
that.
up.
I ken what you mean. Who's
You
Ken?
Ken what I'm saying.
Who's Ken? Who's this Ken Potter?
But I go to places and places I've been, and I've said this before, but I'll be researching my family history. I'm like, well, damn, no wonder my family's from there 300 years ago or whatever. So like, I feel like there's going to be some kind of energy. I think we were talking to Jimmy about that a while back when he went over there with his sons. Like, there's something that when you go someplace,
always a natural calling. There's always a natural calling for yourself to want to go back to your roots. So if you have that calling, do it. Go for it. Randy just wants to wear a kilt and flash everyone. Okay, I can imagine that. It will that.
It's cold here, man.
It's that cold. You need to press it like a button for it to pop out.
Turtle.
There's a wee turtle head there.
Yeah, they just go pop it back out. I just feel like there's this connection there. It's just, I mean, I think there's a natural also for people that want to travel. I used to never want to travel.
Okay,
I want to travel.
There's a natural process for we all want to travel because parts of our lives come from paganism. So most of our ancestors used to travel around the world looking for where they would settle and stuff like that. But even when they settled, they still traveled around and done different processes. So naturally, our bodies always, our mind, our systems always want to do a little bit of traveling, feel free, not be stuck. We're not trees. We are not trees. If you're not happy, if you're not feeling it, move around, do something, find something that activates you. Mm-hmm. Don't gripe about it to everyone else. Do it.
No, I'm down with that 100%. That's just checking something real quick. Okay. I had something. What was I going to ask you? I was going to come back to it. I said we'll come back to it. That's what happens, man. And we're talking. I wanted to go to Scott's comment, and then I was going to come back. And that may have been what I was going to say was about the.
You know what we should start doing? We should start getting you a wee pen and paper and just write those little things in front of you, son.
Yeah, I always say that's what I'm going to do, but I just don't. Sam said, that's an image I don't want in my head, Angel. Well, I mean, I wouldn't look daft in a kilt, that's for sure.
Dapper, not daft.
I said I wouldn't look daft. I wouldn't look daft. Right? That's correct, right?
No, you're thinking of daft.
Daft, yeah, like you're dumb.
Daft right? Isn't dumb. If you're a dafty, you're not that. It's silly. You look silly. It's daft is more a point. Glaikit is you are that kind of that dopey. That you're like the Seven Dwarfs dopey.
Oh my God, a kilt and a crop top.
Oh, no. Don't give him ideas. Then I'll have AI of all this. No.
With a belly ring.
Tied up like Britney Spears.
I'll make a AI of that.
Then we can put his beard in pleats. So he looks like he's got his handlebars to grab him.
What's in the chat? What are y'all sipping on something? I don't know if Scott's still with us from down under, but what are y'all? It might be a little early on a Saturday to be drinking, but what are you guys sipping on? What are you guys smoking? I guarantee you, Angel is probably
drinking rum.
He might be drinking a beer tonight. I don't know.
He's drinking rum. It's Friday night.
Okay. Let's see. What? I'm running it in perplexity now. I'm perplexity. I'm a little daft. I'm a little slow. Oh, just relaxing tonight, tomorrow some smoke. Oh, you had to. Oh wow. That's not good.
Hope all's all well, Wigwam.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking a flathead V660.
Ain't
Drinking
nothing wrong with that.
coffee.
Drinking coffee.
Well, it's 12 in the afternoon there. Is it Scottish coffee?
Sipping on Family Reserve bourbon and smoking a Stolen Thrones Revelry. All right. Balcones, Baby Blue, smoking a Ferio Tego Metropolitan 30 year.
Okay, Wigwag. Well, we hope all goes well, eh?
It's an okay. You're speaking, Alex, man. You gotta tone your big words down for me.
The big man's had a hard week. The big man's had a hard week. You didn't want to just do all that flaspinating him. You're flaspinating him there, eh?
What he said, Alex. Exactly what Jim said. I wonder if this thing will work. I'm just going to see if it's working now.
Hey, my name's Jim Spence.
Can you hear it?
Straight out of Scotland.
Can you hear it, Jim?
Now I'm down in
Yeah,
Mexico,
I'm really daft.
where the good times happen. 17 years deep in the heart of the city.
And we were just
Still
talking
making
about
whiskey
AI.
smooth and the cigars burn pretty. Oh,
After all this talk about AI, you're doing that, eh?
That's fun, man. That actually tells the whole story. So the bagpipes are cool, man. The bagpipes are cool.
Now we call bagpipes
Oh,
the double sense of bagpipes. You've been playing with yourself too much.
Gotcha. Now I see what he's saying. Are you tired of bagpipes, Jim? Do bagpipes do anything for you? Like, do they? You can't see me going. When you hear bagpipes, how long has it been since you've heard bagpipes?
Every day, play.
No. The real bagpipes.
I missed that. So my birthday is the Highland Games of where I come from. So literally all the piper where I used to live in a wee my Colburn house was further out, but before we was in Colburn that we had a wee when I was a wee bairn, we had a house outside in Lismahago. So we had the two of them and that. And that house was just outside a pub. So that was our we had a wee local community in that. It was called the Square, the church square, because we're built on top of an old monastery, and we had a church there and all that. And basically that was the square. So every after the Highland Games, all the pipers, all the band would come down to that bar, and they would play till the wee hours in the morning, just like playing the tunes, and I loved it because that was my birthday treat. Like you would go down, you would watch the games, you would watch them throwing the cabers, you would watch them all dancing and all that Highland tips and that, and it was brilliant. And then you would always finish back up at my local pub just across the road from my house, and everyone would. So I came those days like we never locked our doors. In Colburn, I never locked my door for at all. But in Lismahago, I never locked the door. And we would always get our pals coming in and draping in, one more pissed than the other, draping in to sober up a wee bit, get a wee bit of food, and then jump back into the bar and get a wee bit more legless, eh?
You know they have Highland Games in Texas. They have Highland Games like in North Carolina or South Carolina.
A day for all all the countrymen that have been down there for a while. They've brought on the culture and worked it. Do you know what the original Highland Games were about?
I thought it was. No, I don't know what the original was, but I know that they, a lot of that culture is tied in with the games, and just to keep it alive. I thought.
It's part of culture, but the Highland Games were done as a point of betrothal, so worthiness. So every time, for example, when you went to ask Amanda for her horn in marriage, her father would then announce it to the local clans and all the processes, and you would have to battle against all of them doing different activities, different processes to win the hand of your maiden. And if you proved yourself, you could have that woman. If you lost, the person who won took your missing.
Oh, dang, bro. Oh, dang.
So that's the original of what the Highland Games were for. So it was the worthiness of betrothal. So just like the Maoris would whoever had the biggest tattoo got the best bird.
Okay. So, but is that not kind of where golf came from?
No,
Some
golf was
part of the.
golf was designed by two boys trying to escape their wives.
That's right.
So they would disappear every night and walk out and say, I'm going to see, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So it came to the point of they were just sitting in this fields and they were drinking their whiskies and getting pished. And they turned
That
around to
part's
each
never
other.
changed.
They turned around to each other and said, we're actually going to have to do something new and then. So one day they picked up a stick and they started whacking a cone and a stain and seeing who could get the furthest, and then they put obstacles and all that part in front of it, and that's how it came about.
I have heard you say some words that I understand. House, stone, or however you just said it, stone. You said wee bairn, which is a little baby or a little kid, right? A little baby. Something else you're saying. Like, I understand the words that you're saying. What?
I don't remember saying any of the words to you.
Yeah, you said wee bairn, and then the house and your father. You said my father, the father.
Bairn.
Bannon, yeah, Bannon. Wee Bannon.
That's talk. Didn't be a while. Talk normal. Don't talk like
I didn't say that.
Normal.
I'm talking normal. I mind your tongue, lad.
I didn't start that, you walloper.
I got the hiccups all of a sudden. It just started hiccuping on me. I've got water, coffee, and whiskey. I choose whiskey. Golf used to be an acronym of gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
It was a point of where the men used to disappear to be themselves and not have the women, just like the men in the Victorian times would disappear to have a cigar and a digestive drink, but after eating, and the women would vacate to do talks with tea and stuff like that. But their tea was always laced. Their tea was laced with all the alcohol under the wood. They were all their biddies there. They were getting pished after their tea.
That's crazy. So what did all the Scottish people drink before Scotch?
Hundreds of things. Water.
No kidding. I'm talking about alcohol.
Ales. Well, ales and whiskies are your main ones that were there always. Potion, that was an Irish one that was done. That was like basically your moonshine, but pure. This stuff is like, I think you call it hazmat.
Yeah, I think, well, Crespin would for sure.
I got some potion before I came out in Mexico in 2010. I had some potion off that they gave me at Christmas. Off that stuff is dangerous. Ugh, that stuff. You don't. If you want, you have to drink it straight. If you find it too strong, you want to put a mixer in it. You can only dilute it with water or milk.
And just a couple of drops, right?
No, you dilute this, Bam. It's potent. This stuff. It's so potent that you can drink it all night. Wake up sober as a daisy in the morning. You can make it fresh as a lettuce in the morning. You can take a sugary drink like an orange juice or that. You're pissed again. It converts the sugar directly into alcohol.
Oh wow!
I used to pour it into a bowl and then fire all my gummy sweeties into it. I'd sit and choke on them instead of getting high on your modern times. You all get high on your gummies, THC. I used to get pissed on my gummies, alcohol.
If I always imagine if you went into what do you call what's a bar called in Scotland? A pub? What is it called? A pub?
Pub, a tavern,
Tavern,
miners' welfare, vaults.
Oh wow! So if you go into one of those,
the Black Bull, the Bull.
why is it called that?
It was they're not franchises, but they were kind of modern names that you would give the burn. So most of your pubs would be either called taverns, inns, or bulls.
Okay. So if say a foreigner comes into one of those places, let's say a pub, and he walks up to the bar, kind of a small, quaint place, but it's got a lot of people in it, but it's still kind of, you could hear people talking, right? You walk up to the bar.
If somebody walks into a pub in Scotland and they're not Kent, everyone stops talking, everyone stops drinking and looks at them.
That's what I'm thinking already, right? But especially you walk up there and you say,
and then they'll go figure them out, see if they buy them around, see that kind of person there. If they're all the kind of people that they'll accept, they'll get bought a round for everyone. And if they didn't buy a round, they'll get hurled out in their chuchter. If they're doing that. But if they're a good person to buy a drink, they'll be accepted into the community and all that part of it.
If you go in there as a foreigner or an outlander, outsider, an outside, yeah. And you walk in and you say, they say, what do you have or whatever? And you're like, give me some of your best scotch on the rocks. On ice.
I know what that is.
What are they going to say? They're going to
go get yourself out of here. They would be slung in the hook and put out. Nah, they would be served. They'd get a couple of funny looks, but they would be served.
That's crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy.
If it was my boot bar, they'd be slung out in their chuchter on the hook.
We don't have that here. That's what we don't have ice here. That's what I would say.
If you put ice or water in it, you're just not ready for the conversation.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
That's funny. That's funny. Alex said that rye whiskey would be something.
What about what?
Like something that they would have had early on, I guess.
No, we didn't have rye.
Scott said
that's Canadian. He would be strung up outside after his walloper, and he'd be hung dry.
Scott, what's the drink that people in Australia would like? What's the favorite? Outside of maybe a beer or something, is there a whiskey or something?
Castle Malt beer.
It's a beer, right?
Castle Malt beer, isn't it, Scott?
Is that a malt?
It's a beer.
No, I mean, but is it a malt liquor?
It's a lager.
Hmm.
A lager.
Well, Slits beer was Slits malt liquor. They still have there's some malt liquors, beers, and they're very thick and
but those are beers
malt.
that have been finished in barrels of malt. That's different. For example, Tennent's is the biggest beer company in Scotland, and is the most recognised. Tennent's used to be in some of the other beers, McEwen's, and that were finished in whiskey barrels.
Damn.
90 shillings. Yeah. I miss a 90 shillings. They don't do any more. That was a good beer.
Glad I have Google Translator on. He said beer's the most popular. Just don't ever ask for a Foster's.
Oh no, they'll slap you up and down. That's no. That's no. They say.
That is an
that's
Australian beer, right?
No. It's named an Australian beer, but they hate it. It's not It was a Castle Milk was the best one, or the Triple X, I believe they had there. It was Triple X they had there.
Foster's has just been a beer that they've used advertisement and put money behind it to try to make it like a beer over there. But nobody, I guess, people don't like Foster's.
Oh, it's rotten.
Have you ever had a God dog? It's a Texas beer. It's
I don't drink beer.
You don't like beer at all?
I've drank beer, but I was aggressive with it, so I stopped drinking beer.
Really, usually it's people are the opposite when they drink whiskey.
Yeah, that's very true. Like back home, but I was aggressive with lager. I would. There's been times where I drank lager and with my pals there to calm me down and all that because I'd wiped out like most of the bouncers and all that.
Oh, okay. So malt beer. Malt liquor is a way that they take nasty beer and make it decent.
Yes.
Basically. Malt beer is like really thick, and
Foster was big up in the 70s and 80s. I do remember that, but it lost its train after that because a lot better beers came from Australia in those times, isn't it, Scott?
Bro, I cannot believe I cannot name my favorite beer.
Is it called Jesse?
No.
Was it called?
Bro, I am literally having a brain fart. I can see the bottle. It's made in Texas. You can't get it in a lot of other states. It's a German type beer. I'm fixing this. It's coming. It's coming in my head as it's a blonde. You can get it blonde. You can get it. Holy cow! Why can't I think of it?
Because you're a malt man now. Didn't start your patter. You're a malt man. I've converted you. You've been turned over onto the dark side.
Now I have to Google. Oh my God.
Shiner.
Okay. Yeah, Shiner Bock. That's exactly what it is. Holy cow.
Well,
I could not.
It would be pronounced in Scottish Shiner.
Well, it's made in Shiner, Texas, is where it comes from. Shiner Bock.
That makes it all the beautiful better then. Yeah, big poncy chocolate fudge packer. You're a big fudge packer when you start doing all that patter, eh?
What is a fudge packer?
Think about it.
I know what it is.
Then why are you asking?
Because you said it. That's a what would you say earlier? Where you get your colonoscopy?
It's like somebody saying you're a pillow biter.
A
pillow biter.
I know what you're saying, bro. No. This conversation was over here and went straight left.
That's how it happens. It goes very quick and swiftly. Eh? Love some
Shiner Bock.
Hoffenswerth was a no. Hefeweiser was a good German beer. Wheat base, yes. I tried it. I will try a beer. I will try it, but I won't drink it or anything like that. I think my maximum is one and a half beers. Two and I get irritable. I love a stout. Beer. A stout beer, that's a classy beer. Or a good ale, a good shilling ale. Oh, 90 shillings, 80 shillings. They were the best. They were the dog's bollocks.
So I will tell you this, Jim. I guarantee you, if you come to Texas at the end of August, this time of year, and we're outside and we're just working a little bit, and I offer you a Shiner Bock, and you start tasting it, you're going to down it and want another one and want another one because they are friggin' delicious.
Give me a shandy or give me a cider. I'll drink that all day happily.
You're gonna drink a Shinerbach, bro. I drank Scotch for you.
You drank Scotch because you wanted to be a man.
True. What?
So didn't start that pattern of you made me. Da, 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 da.
No, that's one of the things where I wanted to like it, right? And what happened? Why is it?
We passed all those.
Well, I know, but it over here it made it look like it was
A Portagas cigar.
listen to that. You want to hear some ASMR?
If it's a don't you mean Portagas? Scott?
Ranch water. Yeah, ranch water. You'll drink some ranch water, won't you?
No.
It's water. Tastes like beer.
You boys need a better pastime than drinking that
Beer and
Wallaker
lemonade.
stuff. Beer and lemon. Ah, yeah. A shandy. It's a shandy, son. Scott, that's a shandy, not a Portagas. That's a shandy. A British shandy. I love a British shandy. Oh, so it's a British shandy. Depends on like how you want to work it. It's 3/4 beer or half a beer. The glass. So I'm talking a pint glass. So 600 mils. So it's either 300 mils of beer or 425 beer, and then you put lemonade or Sprite into it to top it off. It is beautiful in that burning sun when you're just starting the barbecue, you're starting at your patter, light up one of those bad boys. That's a refreshing beer right there.
I said it's what his mother-in-law called it. Portuguese.
It probably had that name, son. I always just remembered it as a shandy. Probably up north was more that word, or in Wales. Oh, these whiskies are going down too sweet. I lost Randy. Randy's
No, I'm here. I'm just. Oh yeah, I was just looking. I was looking it up. I was looking something up. Thank God. Yeah. Hey, is there anything you believed when you were 25 years old, or say 30 years ago? Is there something? I don't know. Let's skip that. That could get into politics, like a leaning kugel, or however you spell it. Is that what you're talking about, Angel? Like a beer that's mixed with something? Leaning kugel. Let me Google that, or somebody Google it. See what that. Let me see if I can do it. Lean.
Sounds like a word I wouldn't use.
It is a brewing company.
It is a brand that makes a shandy.
Yeah, it's just EL instead of AL. Yeah.
I personally, I can't remember that name. It was more a thing we used to do in the pubs, but they did eventually start bringing out those prepared cans of shandies and stuff like that. I think that was the times where I started understanding what a root beer was and all that part.
Was there anything natural that you would find? Something like mushrooms or something like that? Is there something that grows in Scotland that people will go get that it might use to alter their mental status?
Son, there's been mushrooms around all the world.
But I mean, is there something besides that? There's something special
in Scotland. Yeah. In my era, there was lots of ecstasy. There was lots of heroin. There was lots.
I meant like something natural that somebody could go pick somewhere.
You always had hallucinogenic mushrooms and all that, or you had poison ivy berries and all that. That sometimes you would mistake for different things. You eat them, and you would start hallucinating and all that part. But it's not something you used to go out and do as forage in Scotland and stuff like that. You went out and you got pished, or you went out and you went and had good times and all that part. Foraging was never like, I didn't remember any as like doing all that point of foraging. You had good drugs that were always around. You had good alcohol that you'd always get. Your family would always teach you a little bit about alcohol to prepare you for the big world and all that part. So you didn't drink in the streets, all that part. But me and your pals, you would all drink in the streets anyway. You would drink in the streets till you can go into the pub and all that. You would part it. I used to go to pubs when I was 14 because they all kent me. So I would always be I would be the designated walker in my father.
The walker, the DW instead of the DD, the designated walker. That's crazy though.
I remember we fry a lot of our food, so we have the fish and chips and all that, and the fishy, the chippy we call it. So everything's fried. We had fried pizza, battered pizza, and all that part and all that. So you also had a fried chicken. So I remember walking in one day, and my father was that pissed. He fell out with lots of his pals and all that, and he was sitting there wiring into a full breast of chicken, biting through the bones and all that, and crunching it. He's right pissed now. I take this fucker home.
Like he would eat the whole damn thing.
I got my appetite for that boy. We used to fight over the food in that in the house.
I would imagine chicken bones to us are just like with dogs or anything. Like they'll splinter off. They're dangerous unless you chew them.
When you fry those things, they go all soft, and then when you bite into them, they go chewy, but they splinter.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
They are in Wisconsin. If it's in Wisconsin, it's not something really that we had. We had more. Britain only had very British products and stuff like that. It was very seldom we had American products and that. I think your Gatorade and all these daft parts were like the most you got into like your American culture process and all that. Jolly Ranchers came in the end of my years in Scotland and that. I remember the first time I tried Kool-Aid.
I'm listening. I just had to.
You're listening. You look like you're.
I had to.
I thought you were constipated there.
Oh no, I'm not constipated.
So you've
I am looking for the
live. Scottish and went Irish.
I don't know if that was any of that. It is weird that the live disappeared on my phone, but it's still
you
live.
On your phone?
It's on Instagram. The live disappeared. I was trying to see if Instagram was working differently, like with this live, how it streams out.
Instagram's jacked. Instagram under creators have missed a couple of their codings, and a new update will come in a month or so.
Jeff Dunham, oh dude.
Oh, Jeff Dunham, I love Jeff Dunham. I love a wee bit of Jeff Dunham. You enjoy that, Scotty boy, and you send me some videos. That man is amazing. I love that. I love I remember always sketching. That's Ahmed. And then I'm Walter.
Bro, Walter looks.
You're a bit more like Bubba J. You're a bit more like Bubba J.
Look at this golly.
I tell you what.
Is that where you started trying to speak Southern?
I love me some NASCAR. Yeah, all the brothers down there say, oh, Lord, we don't have no NASCAR. Oh, look, they're making a left turn. Oh, look, they're making another left turn. Don't go away. You ain't going to miss a damn thing.
Yeah, it didn't alert me, Alex, but I saw it.
I probably made a lot of haters with that comment there.
Oh no. Oh no, not at all. I promise you. Look at this. This whole wrap.
I love the Bubba J point. It's like that. It's Jeff Dunham's like he does all that. It's that those unpolitically correct sketches of everyone. So it's all those. How do you call that when you perceive someone to be a certain way? How do you call it when you perceive
stereotype?
A stereotype. So it's all those general little stereotypes that he uses in all the process and that. It's amazing. I love all that. About to fire up a solo
old school one too.
That's probably one of the oldest bad boys right there.
Yep.
Oh look, I'm an angel.
I've seen your mood change in the last week since you've been there. Like just such
getting into. I have not been in my own place in years since I put all my money into the businesses and sold my apartments, everything. I have not had my own place. I've shared with people. I've couch surfed. I've lived with Elena and the kids, but I couldn't adjust to the lifestyle. And getting back to myself, I'm missing my dog. My dog will be here soon. Carajillo, my canine officer.
Mm-hmm. How is
what?
I forgot I was going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say because I was looking at my phone and then I just looked over here and I looked at my cigar.
You get very distracted very easily.
Bro, there are nights when I'm firing on all fours.
I bet you're firing on all fours.
And then there are nights when I'm just like,
you can't put a golf ball in front of me and no expect me to swing at it. But it's no fair when you leave me ones that are meant to swear. That's no fair. That's
I know, right?
You're testing me. I'm doing good. Good.
You're doing really good.
I deserve another whiskey for that part.
What are you drinking?
I've got 4 whiskeys in front of me. I'm actually going to drink some rum cast right now. So this is a rum cast I make.
Man, just the sound of that, I can just imagine. What's the age on that? Damn.
This is a 16-year-old.
Bro, that's probably so friggin' delicious.
Oh, the 18, the port cast is phenomenal. The red wine cast is is good. I love the 18 and the 21-year-old. They're my favorites. The 38-year-old is delicious. It's extraordinary. The one I make my cigars with, I'm
gonna be like you. Or do I need to be on this side instead of right here?
Oh no, let's do this.
Yeah.
The other side, you dafty. Other side. There we go. I'm naturally on that side. I'm just trying. I'm trying to wing this part here.
You're good, man. You're doing good.
I'm trying to keep in the light because if I go too back, I'm all crimson and mysterious and all that part.
I want Alex to tell me which one's next.
The one you close your eyes.
I'll pull that up a little bit. Oh, it fell down again. I'll probably just dig in there. I don't want to grab that big one though.
Smoke the My Father.
Yeah, that might be the one I smoke. That would be a good cigar next.
I've not had a good My Father apart from some old ones. Me and Greg were talking about it the other day. It was a really old one we had. I can't even remember the name of it, but that was a good one I smoked. That was a few years ago
or something.
Yeah.
Alex will be able to say it. Something Antilles.
No, it wasn't Antilles. I can't remember. Greg would know if he was on still. He would tell me straight away.
Yeah, this is so just to rephrase, this is not scripted, obviously. It's just hanging out and trying a few things out. And
How many people have had in? Can you see all that?
yeah, it's up and down. There'll be a lot, then it kind of slows down, and a bunch of people get back on, and it'll slow
So
down.
how many on YouTube have we got? How many on this have we got? And how many on Instagram have we got?
There was a total of about 15. Right now it looks like there's 9 here and some over there on Instagram. It's not many on Instagram because I think that Instagram used to be the place you would see them all the time. In for 5, 10, 15 minutes, out in, but I'm seeing it on YouTube too. You know, for some reason this platform has grown in the last couple of weeks. Almost 600 subs. Like it's really starting to take off with some of the stuff that I'm doing. And there's no purpose for it other than to try to grow the channel and see what's going on. I don't ever plan on doing what I was doing. And I don't, this is just a spur of the moment thing that we decided to do last night. Just go live, check it out, see what's up.
The main thing is for me is like I'm a bit closer to you in this. I see you every day. I know you've been a bit bored. Let's put it that way. Let's put it as you've been bored.
Yeah.
So
I have to have some kind of outlet. I have to have
so
that.
this is just something to let you just play away again. Hey, you want to do this? Let's jump on. Let's grab a beer this next time. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about this. You know what? Let's just. How was your day? That's some TTBS.
Yeah. Yeah. I told him I was stealing that phrase from him. Absolutely stealing that phrase. Let me see something. Let me just check something. We might have a guest pretty soon. I'm not sure
Who?
if they're going to make it. I can't tell you. I was actually going to reach out to, even it's wild because even for Friday night, oh crap, what did I do here?
So you're inviting guests just to play with me or what?
No. I just don't want to say if they show up if they don't.
Ah, okay.
Just for conversation. Dang.
Well, I think it's a good idea for something to. I need to get all my patter sorted up here so I can do better. I can't wait to have this all set up and all that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get there, man. Because that's the stuff that you're gonna, it ain't just for this at all. It's for what you're gonna be doing in the future and what you got coming up. And
aye, but this for me is just like patter. So this is just patter. Is just like talking, chewing the fat.
Chewing the fat.
I like a bit. There was a program in Scotland and in Britain actually. It's called Chewing the Fat and Still Game. Those are my favourite programs. That Little Britain just got weird, and so did the League of Gentlemen. They just got weird. They were that was English British weird. I love this little snooker.
Well, you got some AMSR going on with your headset. That works really good. Like I can get right in here and we can be like, it is nighttime stories with Jim Spitz.
Why are you gonna make it weird?
I'm not making it weird.
You're making it weird with that voice.
I'm trying to make my radio voice.
You sound like a sexual predator.
I am not a sexual predator. And,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Hillary.
Talking about Hillary. I did not have sexual relations.
What did Angelo post that he's crying, I literally had to. I was about to pull my glasses down to like really fucking see what was going on there.
Mind your tongue, lad.
I didn't start it. I'll take my walloper out and I'll batter you in the forehead with it.
What is that? Game over, game over, game over, game over.
I swore. I know. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I swore once.
Where's Chris Hansen? You know who Chris Hansen is, Jim?
I
You
don't
ever
watch. I don't. I know.
Like How to Catch a Predator.
I know a
and
couple
stuff like
actors.
that?
I know a couple actors that I like and stuff like that. But I'm not up to date with.
Yeah, this is probably pretty old, but they had this show. I can't remember what it was called, but they would have an adult female, and probably did males too, but they would lure people over that were looking. They thought they were meeting like a young girl, and they would come over to the house, and she would bring them in.
Yeah.
And the guy at the camera would come out, and they're trying. Oh, well, I was just bringing flowers and chocolates, and I was just going to talk. What are you going to talk to a 13-year-old girl about, bro?
That was for the sexual predators out there, no?
Yeah, I think it's not How to Catch a Predator, maybe something like that. But it was some pretty good stuff right there. Angelo, that's pretty cool, actually. Angelo, let me see if I can get my phone to open up. Where did it go?
Angelo, that just must.
He's on a 150-inch screen. It looks pretty cool. Oh, yeah.
What inch screen?
150 inches. I know you can't fathom something that large, Jim.
No. Why would you need that big a TV?
That big a telly?
Wait, what? And for example, I remember the old box TVs. I remember the box TVs when everything started to go into you were missing like most of the scene that was cut because the telly wouldn't fit all that part.
Right.
And then you got that
projected.
setting. Then you got the setting that would go into it would give you everything, but you were missing like you had two black parts at the top and the bottom of the screen. And then they made the big TVs that went that. Yeah.
Why not have that big of a TV? The bigger, the better.
It's all about how you use it.
Yeah, that's true. You turn them into pillow biters.
I finished that very fastly. I didn't actually see myself finish that one.
Yeah, that you probably snorted half of it.
No, that was the last one. I wouldn't start this. I will snort this one now. Actually,
that's really smooth and goes down.
Smooth and delicate. This one, it's very tropical, so it's just like very smooth and delicate. This one, this goes like it's like water, sugary water.
Sugary water.
The smell is phenomenal.
So what do you smell when you smell it?
Wait a minute.
What's some notes that you get?
I definitely smell whiskey.
In glass.
I smell.
All right, Sam, be good.
Okay, but is that small? The glass, my hookter fits all the way in there. So I literally snorted the whiskey, just fucking smelling. Night, Sam. Good guy. I've had like limited talks with Sam and stuff like that, but amazing guy. Everyone's amazing. Like literally the group that I've been invited with. Thank you all. You've invited me into your lives and you put up with my pishy patter. My patter like water. And it's very, very humbling. Thank you. Wallopers like Angel. I love you. That's just too smooth. It's just like you literally just water that down.
Almost went today, and I was going to go today, and I didn't go because I was like, I need to just finish some of what I have But I was gonna
I
go.
thought you were going to say you almost went to the doctor for your the spoon, the cold spoon test.
I'm probably getting due for that, and I got to go to the doctor soon. And he's probably gonna say, it's been about 3, 4, 5 years, and we're like, and this is a doctor that's been my kids' doctor since they were babies. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
Your father's just the same.
I'm thinking, what do you think we are to open it up for guests to come in?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do that. I'm going to post the link here.
So we can invite guests in, and then what we'll do eventually is we'll start bringing a guest in and we'll talk about a different subject, which isn't between cigars and whiskey, more into something else. Let's be different. Let's take it away from what we actually do.
Yeah, let's open this up, and
I'll bring in a couple of porn stars and see what happens.
Mind your tongue. And so I will say, guys, please mind your tongue, lads. Here is the link.
I have been good. Porn's
You've
not
been
a
really
bad
good.
word. Porn's not a bad word. Porn
There's the link.
Not a bad word.
You should be able to see that. Yeah.
I see it. I see you. 9:52.
What does this do here? That covers your face. What the hell is he sending me now?
I didn't send you anything.
No,
Either your private guest.
oh my God. Look at there's something for comparison. He put his hand on the wall.
I don't see anything.
You see his hand on my face on the wall? That's size how big that thing is.
That red thing is his hand?
Yeah.
Bro. Bro. So basically, he can. No.
That's funny. Yeah. Y'all do know. What's up, Big Vic? Come on in here, Vic. I know y'all ain't got nothing going. I don't think I'm doing nothing on Friday night. I just posted a link. Come on in. Man, this one was. This is one of those cigars that just has that nice draw. It's just that good. It looks great. It's smoking great. I thought the West Coast would be waking up about now. Oh, I forgot. I got to post it one more place. Come on, phone. Why is the phone jacking up on me?
Because it's a shitty Apple.
Come on. Let's see. I know right where to go. There it is. I think that's the right one. Yeah, that's it.
You sent that? Oh no, you sent that to the group. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Marwin. Marwin 64152 with no profile picture. Do.
Now I look dark and mysterious. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Dark and mysterious, you like? Why do you like being dark and mysterious?
Makes people uncomfortable. I like making people uncomfortable.
I think I do that without trying.
Oh, of course, you sit in the pool with your tits out most of the time.
Let me ask you this while we're waiting on some folks to come in.
What you want to ask me?
If money didn't matter, where would you spend a month? Where would you go spend a month at? Or a few weeks? Just go right back.
Aviemore, Scotland.
Where?
Aviemore, Scotland.
No, where is that? Is that in Highlands? Lowlands?
That's Highlands, crossing between Speyside and the Highlands. Beautiful. I would go up to Buckie. That's more seaside kind of processes, so get some good mussels and that. Or if money wasn't an option, Bora Bora. I have always wanted to go to Bora Bora.
Remind me where that's at.
Remember the movie Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
That's Bora Bora.
Boom. The one that goes boom.
Boom.
Just like that.
Good. Use that energy. Boom.
Boom.
How about I show you the point of where I kick the yoga instructor's ass? Ah, yes, I got you fired up. It's good. It's good. Use that. Boom.
Oh, what's the black guy's character when he's
Oh, now it's a party. Oh shit.
Yeah,
is his actual junk out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's a party. Hello.
¿Qué pasa?
What's going on, fellers?
It ain't nothing but a chicken, nothing but a thing.
Ain't nothing about a fang and a chicken wing.
Where would you go, Alex, if money didn't matter? Like, where's someplace you would want to go spend a month?
A month?
Yeah, just anywhere, like a couple weeks. Like, where would you go?
Probably Bavaria, like in the Alps.
Oh,
How come?
you know what?
In the summer.
I want to change. I want to change my point. I've always wanted to go to Aspen.
What?
Because it's full of snow.
And women.
And what?
And women.
Is it?
The snow bunnies, right?
I don't know.
Why, Alex, what did you say again?
Bavaria.
Why there?
Oh, it's just freaking pretty, man. If I could go there by myself in like a cabin on one of those mountain lakes and not look at anybody for a while, that'd be great.
You just want to go just to hang out, like not hunt or anything, just to go and be, just to be.
I love Angel because of the movie Dumb and Dumber. Actually, Aspen is also in a movie with Ryan Reynolds, The Proposal, and a couple other movies.
Oh, that's Aspen with Sandra Bullock?
That's Aspen with Sandra Bullock.
Bro, I think that's probably the best she's ever looked in any movie she's ever played in.
No, bro, she still looks hot. Like Halle Berry. Have you seen Halle Berry recently?
Mm-mm.
Damn, she's posted. She's not doing lots of movies. I know she's done a movie in a while, but she's fine still. That woman is fine.
Jim, are you talking about the engagement where she's a Canadian, she's getting deported?
Yep.
Oh, that's the engagement, not the proposal.
That's the exact one there, brother.
Proposal, whatever. That's
Okay.
that's Alaska, not Aspen.
It is Alaska.
I'm getting confused. Sorry, I want to go to Alaska, not Aspen. Alaska.
Yeah, that makes
We
more
forgive you.
I'm getting confused. So it's Alaska I want to go to because that is, to me, that kind of small country is where I come from, and like those are the kind of things I love. So if I was going to Scotland, I would always go to small countries, small places where it's cabins. You've got very limited people. You've got a population of 500 people at the most.
Can't
Those
you
are
fit
my
like
kind of vibes.
4 Scotlands in Alaska or something like that? I mean, it's huge. Scotland is huge. I mean, Alaska's huge.
It's like me and the 2 grizzly bears that live in the woods. That's it. And I don't even want to say
That's a terrible way to talk about your wife.
Yeah, she's asleep.
I don't even know where I would go.
I remember my ex-wife used to come in and she'd just look at me And I know I'd done something fucking stupid or whatever. And I just like, what I do now? And she would just huff, haw, go away, come back. Yep, just be you. And I'm like, okay, that's offensive now. Yep. That's the
Like-
time when I wasn't vegan.
You're vegan?
I
No.
was vegan. I was vegan.
Oh, I'm like, bro, I didn't. You're talking about a steak pie and
I-
you're
I
vegan.
was- I was vegan for 5 years.
Was it for health stuff? Trying to.
Yep, it was health stuff, getting all the hormones out my body. You have no idea no, it was good. I changed my body completely. Angel,
Damn.
I have been drinking for 12 hours. Open up a bottle of
Injury single
single malt Indian whiskey. That is a great whiskey, Angel. I love those. I actually, I'm doing a deal with those guys soon.
Never heard of Indian whiskey.
Neither.
Indian whiskey and Tasmanian whiskey are the new ones that you'll see coming out really soon and very good.
What does Indian whiskey smell like, Jim? I'm saying, does it smell like?
Well, have you ever tried Arabic coffee?
You know, I think I have. I think I have.
I don't think you have.
It's very, very potent. Very potent.
Arabic coffee is yellow when it comes out.
Is it foamy and yellow?
It's foamy and yellow, yep.
Is that what they cook in sand, or is that something I'm thinking?
That's Turkish coffee,
Turkish coffee.
which is also Arabic coffee, but it's mainly done in Turk process. Arabic coffee is the same style, but sometimes done with a sugar in it.
I do like a good Turkish coffee.
I'm gonna make one tomorrow. I just pulled out the pots, so I'll do that tomorrow.
You have a Turkish coffee pot?
I do. I know how to cook Lebanese as well.
I started. You talking about vegan?
I can read a coffee cup as well.
Now that we're talking about that
The
part
tea
of
leaves?
Yeah. Sorry, Alex.
so now that we're talking about that part of the world, I could absolutely go over there, like Tunisia, places like that.
If
Yeah.
you ever get a chance to go to India or Pakistan, really, I really recommend it. Don't try the food in the street, but you're gonna enjoy yourself.
I think I would want to take 6 months or a year and just travel. Just go anywhere I want to go. Just
But where's
so
anywhere? You just-
I don't know. I
anywhere's
think just anywhere. I don't even know where I was. I think I would start obviously in Scotland,
I get black
in
tea,
Ireland.
caramelized
Wales.
pineapples, and oak on the nose. Ah, yes, you will. Yes,
Greece, all of those.
you
places.
maybe get a little. You maybe get a little bit of cumin, and
Well, that's what I was going to say. Cumin.
you maybe get a little bit of cumin and clove in the smell as well. To the taste, sorry, not the smell. Had to wet the
What's up, Lauren?
nostrils. Yep, you definitely wet those nostrils.
That's crazy. Lorna, if money didn't matter, where would you go spend a month?
Vineyards.
Like Italy or France or
I
Anyway.
loved Italy. Russia. Oh, I loved Russia. Moscow, Serbia. Oh,
she said vineyards for sure.
Yeah, France would be pretty too. Go like the Alps.
France and the Alps of France is lovely, but actual France, Paris is lovely in the views and stuff like that. It's lovely to go around the town, the village point and that. But some of the people are, not all, some of the people are just snobby, stuck up so and so's.
Well, they're just French.
Yep. Did the
We just
French
wanna-
not fight in the American Civil War?
Civil War.
They fought in the Revolution.
The Revolution, sorry. The Revolution.
Yeah, the Revolutionary. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
The
Lafayette.
Red Coats were
probably,
coming.
if
The Red
not
Coats
for
were
the
coming.
French, we may be all speaking English, the Queen's English or the King's English.
Yeah, and then the screwed up part was Lafayette brought everybody over and did all of that. And then they wrote us a letter like 10 years later when they started the French Revolution. And we're like,
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
didn't help them.
yeah, yeah. That was. I'd have to sit and think about it. I can put it in a timeline, but it just takes me a while to think about the French Revolution, American Revolution, and the Civil War, the War of 1812. You got all these, that play into America, man. The U.S. People don't realize how young this country really, really is, and how just even 75 years ago, it wasn't as what it is now. So, as far as 50 states and all that kind of stuff. So just, what did she say? I'd move around Italy, Spain, Portugal, France. She said, sorry, I was ordering wine. I think that's what I would want to do too. I would want to go one place and then stay until I didn't want to be there. I know one thing, I'd be a fat sucker, buddy. 'Cause I love to eat. I would probably die of cirrhosis. They're just, I don't know. I would want to soak up as much food, just the culture period everywhere I went, just to be able to experience it. Fascinating. I think like even being in America now, we have so much, it's such a melting pot. We have so many different food, even different states. I mean, Texas, it's one thing, and then you just go to Louisiana, especially South Louisiana, and you're gonna get some, huh?
That's its own country.
Yeah, I mean it's a totally, you can hear people that are from Northern Louisiana, and they talk like me. You got somebody from South Louisiana, and it's a Cajun French, and Kawan, you Grand Kawan, Bec Machu Kawan, you T Kawan, and it's a whole, even its own, it started change its whole languages, even though it's Creole and Cajun French, it's still these different words, and they change over time. I wonder what the slang is like in school down there. I bet it's some crazy stuff.
Shit.
Well, it's like here, like we're literally on the river of Ohio and Kentucky. And you
Gotcha.
just cross the bridge and the dialect
Mm-hmm.
is completely different. Completely different. And there's nothing but a small body of water.
Mm-hmm. I like when you look at Texas, you've got probably 6 different regions, or if not more, that's just like everything just about you have in the world, just about everything you have in the world you can have in Texas. Like the plains, the mountains, the pine trees, the thicket, the hill, the rocky part of it, the clear waters, the nasty, dirty waters. I mean, just only thing you got to go a little further north because of the heat. You got to get up in Arkansas probably before you can start, getting like trout fishing and stuff like that. But crazy. When people come to Texas, it's no wonder. If you travel Texas, it's a no wonder why people fought over Texas the way they did, and the boundary lines. Texas is a big state, but it was once much larger than what it is now.
Yeah, everybody wanted a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just
Yeah,
think about the United States in general, we have every single, I guess, ecosystem.
yeah.
You know, we've got tundra, we've got desert, we've got jungle, we've got swamp, mountain,
Uh-huh.
plains, everything. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's it is crazy. It's I don't know, man. It's definitely wild for sure. What is? Oh, he already said that. Then he on the palate besides pineapple, citrus, and raisins, and of course the woody notes. And that's what he's getting out of that Indian whiskey.
Yep.
I get black tea, caramelized pineapple, and oak on the nose. Hmm. He even said I had to wet the nostril.
It's a thing. I told you.
Randy, did you like that La Antigua Dad? My father?
That's what I'm smoking now.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's just a good solid smoke.
Tastes like the Garcias made it.
Yeah, I would definitely say that if I was smoking this, it would be familiar to me if I didn't know.
Yep. Probably the biggest one out of the My Father factory that come out that is just genuinely different from all of their other ones is the blue, the Honduras blue.
Yeah, well, different, right?
They really spun the wheel on that one. Excellent stick, though. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, I was smoking that VSG, and it smoked. I got down to right about that much, and it could have been the way I was holding it or whatever, but it just the wrapper just split on me, and basically I took it off. But I still finished smoking it. Still wasn't bad. Is that the one that they don't make anymore? The Ashton VSG?
No, they make the VSGs.
Isn't there a VSG or something like that that Ashton doesn't make anymore?
No, there's the VSG, which is the virgin sun grown, and then there's the ESG, which is the estate sun grown.
Is that the one they don't make?
The estate is still made. It's just much more rare than ESG.
Gotcha.
But that's like their top tier best cigar that Ashton puts out is the estate sun grown. Very nice. If you've never had one.
No, not the ESG. I haven't.
Very similar in profile to the classic Opus X.
Okay. Angel said he likes the ESG. Angel, I put the link out there in the. Unless your eyes are too red to be on camera.
The smoke coming off this Sulu, I don't know if it's the humidity out here.
Mm-hmm. Is it blue?
It's bluish and it's thick. Like palpable in your mouth thick.
Not in a good way.
No,
Really? It's thick.
no, I mean it's good. It's not off-putting. It's just something I've noticed that's been different. Very thick.
Yeah, it always, to me, it always had a lot of smoke. I love a lot of smoke, especially when you just draw on it one time and you can get a lot of smoke out of it. And that way you can really taste it. without heating it up too much. You know, if you puff on it a couple times every time and you're smoking it fast, it starts heating up.
Yep. Yeah, if I keep it just hovering around where it's lit, I get really, really nice molasses and woody oaky tones to it. But if I smoke it a little faster, it turns into like a more astringent cedar.
Yep.
Or sometimes I like the astringency of a cigar too.
This one just changed up on me. Even better. The last third's even better to me.
That's one of my favorite things about the My Fathers. They always build the last third. Very few My Fathers do I like just put down the last third because it gets too strong or acrid.
No, I don't. When you're smoking a cigar, even if you're like that average cigar smoker that just smokes cigars, and a lot of people might smoke it to the band and put it down, or they'll smoke a little bit of that and they're done with it, or they're, that's when it should be the best, in my opinion. Like it should build and change, and like that last part of like, oh, I don't want to put this down. I just want to keep smoking it. It's so freaking good.
My rule of thumb is when it doesn't taste good anymore to me, I lay it down.
Yeah, you should.
But some people get wild with the picks and everything, and smoking a roach. I'm like, there's no way, man.
Shit, I'll smoke it if it's a good cigar. I'll smoke it if I'm enjoying it. I'll smoke it till I can't smoke it anymore.
Yeah, but that is very seldom to find a cigar that you can smoke like that all the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of them get really acrid there in that last inch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if that cigar's been burning good, pretty even all the way, and it's not getting too hot where you can even still hold on to it for that last inch, and then put a poker in it and just, yeah, it's great. Yep, I will miss that cigar.
This one's got I don't know if you can really see it, but it's kind of got a brindle on the wrapper a little bit, which I think is probably some age spots.
Yep. That's what that, were you looking at that VSG when I was showing it earlier, how it was shiny, but it was very brindle looking. It had a great hold draw. Man, it was good.
Did you feel how it was kind of box pressed a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
they're not a box pressed cigar. Those have just been in that box in the bottom of my vault for.
Well, it's just been kind of squished a little bit, pressed.
It's been box pressed in its own box for about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Not I.
Not you. Oh man. I was looking earlier. I said, hey,
As long as Lorna start talking about me, I'll probably be okay.
say it again.
I said as long as Lorna don't start talking about me, I'll probably.
She might have hopped off. I don't know if she's still on. I don't know if she's over here on. She said she hadn't eaten all day and hungry is why she's not on. She was ordering wine too. Maybe it's not a. She says, "LOL, I would never."
Yeah. I can't see the comments.
It's on Instagram. She's on Insta. I don't know why all this time that it doesn't, because you can go live on it, but it just won't pull the comments, but it'll pull comments from Facebook. It just, I don't understand how that's not integrated with it. It'd be great if it did. I think you miss out on a lot of interaction when you can't bring it in to your YouTube or to your stream with the comments. Like right now, since it's just three of us, I can put the comments like right there,
Right.
also on the screen. I can probably make them a little larger than that too. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're all small. There you go. Now they're big.
Instagram really lags behind from the YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. What's up, Andrew? I don't know why it does that. I used to stream to Rumble, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I can't remember what else I used to stream to at the same time.
I thought Rumble was really going to catch on there for a while, and then everybody was again.
It is pretty big when it comes to political stuff, religious stuff, and some other things where were able to find their niche over there, but not in the cigar community. Even some people were able to kind of grow. I know Sanj is mostly, I think he probably prefers Rumble, and they'll do Insta and but I think their Rumble is growing pretty good. Sanj Patel's, and so it's just
I need to get some. I still have yet to have anything SP stick wise.
oh man, you got to get the red. You can get whatever you want, but I guarantee you'll like the red the most.
Probably should
That's just a,
sample.
huh?
Everybody says like the red, the black, the what's the other one he has? The
I
industry.
think it's silver or
Yeah.
the red. Knowing the cigars you smoke, they're not bad cigars, but the red is stand alone
Yeah.
to me. Like it really stands out. Like it's a good cigar.
I've
And that's
never gotten around to getting any of them, but I always hear.
well, you can get on their first responder page
Yeah.
and get a discount on them. But yeah, I was trying to get them for like 2 or 3 years, and then I finally ended up getting them. I ended up getting some because I was smoked because he was going to come on the podcast and
Who was that?
Sanj Patel and
You invited Slange.
no, he was on. We were talking about before, talking about his was it SP 1014s? Is that what they're called?
14s.
And but the reds are really good. I know who rolled the silver, and that's a whole other story. But I just didn't care for those. For me, for my palate, the red hit the best. And I haven't even tried. Like I've heard a lot of great things about gas station sushi and stuff like that, and I just hadn't. I haven't tried any of those, and I've heard some good things about them.
He definitely has a following with his line there.
And he's able to get them at a good price. That's another thing.
That's like
What's
some of the things
Mark?
I'm learning now getting into the industry is like pricing and where being a boutique brand, like where you have to come in at to a lounge, and the national brands just freaking blow everybody out of the water, man.
Yeah, they're vertically integrated and able to get down. That's the competition part of it. It's not the cigars; it's the price.
It's mind blowing on what they
Mhm.
got. Mind blowing.
Well, I had a conversation a long time ago with a factory where we were talking about kind of maybe getting into a certain lounge or getting into, which was a kind of a what do you call franchise kind of, right? Not like, what do you call it? Cigars International or nothing, but if you're able to get in there, you're only going to get in there if you're you're really undercutting. You're not losing money, but you're not making. You might make $1, right?
Yeah. But you get your name and product out there.
But when you're selling that much volume, you're actually building, especially for a smaller brand, if you are medium size, if you're able to produce that kind of volume, now you can actually get up to where you need to be, and you're not making money, so to speak, but you are selling that product,
Right.
you know, and getting that name and getting your name out there. And so, but that's hard to digest. You know, if somebody wants, you know, to get your cigar in there, but that's, I don't know. It is tough. It's the only way you're going to be able to get those price points down is just Padermo's a good example, is how they're vertically integrated and they do everything, and they're able to cut the corners where they need to cut it without sacrificing QC and all of those things, and get those cigars out there. And but it's also coming down to the price of the tobacco and what they're paying for, or what they're growing their tobacco, right? Did y'all freeze on me?
No, we're here.
I think Alex froze.
Yeah, Alex is froze. He's still is a whippersnapper in autumn.
With that stash. Maybe he can hear us, maybe he can't. The stash guy.
He's got a stash like who's the porn star?
Oh, he's not frozen now. We can see him. Bow chicka bow wow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Everybody started spinning on me.
Yeah, when he's looking at a stash, be like,
Yeah. But
he's got a stash like Tom Selleck.
yeah.
it's a thin Tom Selleck. That's like a baby.
Oh no, it's
Five-year-old
more
Tom
is more Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that's because of the short haircut.
I say that because I love you, brother. Don't you be like that.
But anyways, like, you know, cutting into the industry is like pulling that veil off, and there's a whole different world.
What's up, brother? Hey, we put the link in if you want to join in. It's just up in the chat a little bit on the StreamYard link. Yeah, that's crazy. It is. That is very tough to. But everybody had to be there at one point. You know, I've been posting some. Have you ever heard of a Roytan cigar? Roitan. It was. There's a short that I posted, and I want to think it was in the 50s. This is black and white. 10 cents a cigar is what it said on the box. American tobacco is what they claimed.
Well, that was probably expensive as hell back then, too.
Yeah, 10 cents in the 50s was probably a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did they say? I'm trying to remember something my parents used to say, like 5 cents to get you a Coke and a candy bar and a movie ticket or something. I don't know what it was. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Let me just see what Google says.
Isn't that wild to think about?
Let's see if I typed it in right.
Talking to my dad one time, and he was telling me when he started working at the city fire department back in the very early 90s, was 1990, and he was making like $5.06 an hour.
So before I tell you what it's worth today, a loaf of bread or a couple of candy bars, 10 cents. A bottle of soda or a cup of coffee was 10 cents. Comic book or movie ticket for a kid. A gallon of gasoline was about 18 to 20 cents. Today, it's worth $1.39. So that even puts it in perspective. Like $1.39 for a cigar today. That doesn't make sense. Where is that coming in at?
Maybe one of those 99-cent cigarillos you get at the gas station.
Yeah, that's
Look up a Habana cigar in the 1950s. What it cost? Because most premium cigars that were manufactured in the U.S. were manufactured with
20 to 50 cents. Well,
See, that makes
you know
more
what? Cuban cigar, 20 to 50 cents. Cigars typically retail in the United States for these are Cuban, 20 to 50 cents, while luxury or large format costs 50 cents to $1 before the 1962 embargo.
That's very true. 505 cigar review. Very true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like big.
Box prices 25 to 50. Pre-embargo Cubans generally cost $8 to $20 retail during the 50s. That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Crazy, man.
Now, if you go somewhere to get one, you're minimum $50 for a long filler, authentic Cuban cigar, just for one.
That is wild.
What happened?
Yeah.
And we don't have that much time.
Consumerism, everything else.
Yeah, supply and demand and just inflation, but what like inflation's hard for me to understand. Where does inflation come from? Why does it cost more to do this, and then eventually you have to raise the people's pay, which causes as a company, then you have to pay more. You have to pay more, which makes prices rise. It just keeps going up, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, like I understand it, like right now, like what's going on in the Strait over there. With the oil prices fluctuating, with the stock market, everything that plays with the oil market, which is huge when it comes to consumer goods, traveling, gas, fuel, blah, 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 oil prices. But that can't be the only thing.
But if you look at the stock market right now on crude oil, those dudes are freaking raking in the money right now because crude oil hasn't actually changed that much in pricing, but everything else has, just in preparatory response to what's going on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's this is the weirdest bottle. It doesn't pour. It's got that little plastic thing in it, and unless I'm doing something wrong, listen.
Okay, you made a fucking bitch out of that one, eh?
It's like old man trying to pee. It just drizzles out. What do you say? Wisconsin was the leasing state for manufacturing, or maybe leading. They used to advertise that only Wisconsin tobacco blends best with Cuban leaves. Okay,
It's
interesting.
very true. It is very true. 505. Is it 505 or SOS? That's 505.
505.
So, what's your name? 505.
I could have told you before you just asked me.
That's because you're daft.
No, I know who he is. God dog it.
See, I told you. You're needing this. You're needing this to get those synapses working again.
Man, you hit the link and come in 505. I was going to look something up. Oh, I know what I was going to look up.
You working tomorrow, Alex?
I'm working right now.
Ah, shit, brother. Sorry. I fucking just realized where you are. I just seen the door. I just remembered that. Sorry, brother. You finish on Sunday, no?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Bro, I would not smoke a Roy Tan cigar. They were mass market, machine made cigars, historically blended with a mix of short fillers, traditionally included a combination of domestic and imported leaf varieties such as Havana, Puerto Rican, or other Caribbean tobaccos, wrapped in an economical, natural, or homogenized tobacco leaf. Kind of like what General Tobacco, is it General Tobacco I'm thinking of, does now?
General
Yeah.
Tobacco you're thinking of now.
It's a Swisher blunt.
Yeah. And it was called the American Tobacco back then. Wow. They were famously marketed in the 20th century under the slogan, "The cigar that breathes," often sold pre-punched in boxes as an affordable everyday mild smoke. That's all it was. It was propaganda for some BS to get somebody to buy those cigars at 10 cents a piece.
That's exactly what it is a Swisher blunt because they're still the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look like somebody put a toothpick in there and rolled the cap around it.
Bro, that's some.
What's that other guy's cigar? The Garcia Vegas? Is that it?
I've only seen Swisher Sweets and what do you call them? Black and mild kind of cigars.
Cuban rounds are finding their way in a lot of our gas stations.
They are in, like, we have a Brookshire Brothers. It's a chain of grocery store, and they always have a smoke shop. And they'll tend to have like a little small humidor. And they'll have a couple of, major brands, but they sell a lot of the Quorums and the Cuban rounds. But the Cuban rounds are probably $4 or $5 a piece in there. It's like, what?
So we have Kroger's up here, and they have Philip humidors up by the door, and it is full of like classic Ashton Maduro, like really nice quality cigars, but they're freaking crispy dry.
Oh yeah, there's no humidity. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all set up in this nice humidor with no kind of humidity control or nothing.
Yeah, and they're all like $20 a piece too. One of these.
Well, who was talking about that? I think it was John, the Veteran Cigars, the other night was talking about that, like looking at their humidors and how they have certain brands in there, but the person that's over the humidor, they know nothing about cigars. They're just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're just catching the people that are, buying a bottle of whiskey at the state store that's inside Kroger's, and then seeing that, like the ABC store in Kroger's on the counter, they always have those. It used to be like the Maker's Mark cigars, but they're called something else now.
That's crazy. 505 that you said the White Owls. I just posted a short about a week ago that it was an advertisement, and Bill Cosby was talking, "We're going to get you. White Owl's going to get you." And it talked about the New Yorker, which is the one he was holding, the New Yorker, the White Owl. Prince Philip. I knew was it Prince, not Prince Philip. What was the cigar tobacco? Prince Albert.
That's pipe tobacco, Prince Albert.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Albert
Used to be the premium cigar. My grandpa used to complain that White Owl was ruined after the embargo. I wonder what was in a White Owl. Let's see.
So I'll tell you his handle here in a minute, but he did a lot of, you know what they mean by like codger pipe tobacco and stuff, like old school blends from back in the 50s. He does a lot of reviews, but he just started, I noticed here lately, doing a series on those type of cigars that were really big back then that are still produced today. And it's comical to watch because he can barely get through them.
Gotcha. It even says that White Owl was short filler, mixed domestic imported tobacco, natural leaf binder, and starting in 1950, they started using the newly introduced homogenized tobacco leaf wrapper. Why did they did all that shit to make it cheaper then too, man? Like, bro, like I wonder what it was like. 505 chime in if you know, like if your grandpa told you stories or anything, like why I wonder what it was like back then for cigar smokers like us, that because that's equivalent to your factory smoke or some shit like that, right? Like something that's just not up to par, but a lot of people smoke that stuff. Like I wonder if Google knows how many cigar brands were there in the 1950s. It says thousands of regional, domestic, and international brands, with approximately 140 prominent traditional brands established in Cuba alone prior to the 1959 revolution. Cuban heritage brands, roughly 140 distinct commercial brands operated in Cuba before nationalization and the U.S. embargo. Drastically consolidated the market down to about 24 major surviving houses. That's crazy. America saw tens of thousands of small independent local factories. 1950 saw heavy industrial consolidation where large mechanized companies brought out, price out similar regional competitors. That's where they're talking about bringing in all that crap, machine rolled and stuff.
Randy, I sent you the link to that guy's channel. You just sit down and watch those, and you'll enjoy them.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's some craziness, man. So technically nothing's really changed, right? In the cigar world. Like, I think I want to do a deep dive into that, in the 20th century to see how cigars did. Like, there was a lot of change, right? From probably from the 1800s. And think about that. In the 1800s, when you went into a store, any time, just say late, like 1875 to 1900, at some point, were they using some kind of humidification? Did Cuba use some kind of humidification? Because I've heard stories from people that talk about it where, no, man, Cuba's just, you rolled the cigar, you left them in your friggin' truck with your windows down and your car, and when you're ready to smoke a cigar, you just smoked a cigar. There was none of this geek out stuff.
That's true, brother, because I remember Cuba back in those days. It was like literally you went and you got stuff pre-rolled and you just you sat that, you let it sit for a little bit, all the oils to bind and everything, and then you started smoking it. You bought fresh rolled stuff. You smoke the fresh rolled stuff. You could buy a couple of month age stuff and then just start smoking it, and you didn't need that.
None of this collecting, none of this collecting and having this humidor.
That changed it a long way because the collections were. You've got to remember that the environment has changed a lot since those processes as well. So, for example, what's room temperature?
Room temperature. What do you mean? Like for me? Room temperature is like in my house, like 70 degrees with AC.
Okay, so room temperature. Let's talk about wine. So room temperature, you would leave a red wine to go to room temperature. No.
Yeah.
Room temperature was actually taken back from the medieval times, so the 1600s, where that concept was 16 degrees Celsius. Now we have insulating our houses, hotter environments, so it's all changed.
Yeah.
But room temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius.
So
If I remember correctly, in the Old West, you had leather tobacco pouches that had raw leather on the inside, so it would help keep the moisture. Okay, interesting.
But so I did the research one time on humidors and why we have them. So it started in Europe, like Switzerland, all the big cigar countries there. They found out when they took them over there, the cigars were not performing and they were, exploding or drying, cracking.
Mm-hmm.
So a humidor was designed to mimic the climate of Cuba.
Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah.
So, we have to use humidors to mimic the climate of where they're from.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anywhere down in those countries where they're
For
made.
example, I believe Cuba's between 62 and 69 and 72
Humidity.
humidity. Nicaragua, sorry, not Nicaragua. Dominican is 69. Nicaragua is 69. 2. Mexico is 63.
No travel humidors in the 1860s in New Mexico. You go on horseback in the desert. See, that's the thing, right? And so when you think about it, like if you watch old movies, just watch an old.
It was an old leather pouch you had. I remember the old leather pouch.
But
Just
watching old westerns, like with Clint Eastwood and stuff. They'd go into the store and they'd have cigars. I think they were just out in the open. They might have been just out in the open. No bands or nothing. You get a couple cigars. So something had to happen, right? Like what?
They were always in a box. I always remember they were in a box. Not it was a closed box, or it was on a shelf, an open point next to liquor sometimes. But it was always in a separate box. It wasn't anything it was like a glass box, like your modern humidifiers and stuff like that. They were always in those. And then when you were walking around, you just it dried out as it's natural. You had a leather pouch where you kept it, and that was it. Fuck, I remember saving my boots a couple of times.
Well, it would be like, I guess if you think about it, like fruits and stuff, when they're depending on the time of year when fruits and where they're being shipped, like say coming from South America or whatever, and coming up here, they're going to ice stuff down, they're going to refrigerate it or whatever they're going to do to get it here. They pick it early so it ripens about the time it gets, they got all that process figured out so it's right when the consumer wants it. With cigars, I would imagine it was the same way. Like he was saying, like Alex was saying, if you're taking it over to Europe or whatever and all those other countries, by the time it travels on a boat, probably back then, a month, 2 weeks, whatever it took to get over there, and whatever the climate was on the ocean. I mean, this you can only imagine what that stuff. There had to be some kind of process, but then once you got it there, you had to figure out a way to make it. Somebody was like, well, let's make this thing a little better. What can we do to make it better and blah, blah, blah. But like in Cuba, like I said, when you wanted a cigar, you probably was just rolling your own. Probably that's probably for a long time until the government. I don't know when the government got really involved in it, where you couldn't even, as a citizen, have a Cuban cigar. Not like that because you're not allowed. But what if I said sealed glass jars on the counter? That would, yeah. Oh, okay.
So
and regular water, not distilled water, right? Like some more shit.
And that water was probably brown, brother.
Yeah, brown regular water.
That was that swamp water right there that fucking Alex is talking about.
Hot water coming out of the earth, fresh out of the
sand.
But
okay.
state tobacco when the regime changed between Batista and Fidel Castro came in. That's when they bought all of the sugar farms like sugarcane and such like that, and then reallocated it all to tobacco. And that's how you got Thanos SA.
It's just wild to see where we're at today when it comes to cigar. But there's more science and technology now, so I mean, obviously, we want to have the best experience we can, and it's legitimate. There, I don't think it's. I mean, there might be some things where people take it to extremes, and maybe they geek out, but that's their own thing. That's their own personal experience or how they want to do it, and I'm not against it. You know, if that's how you enjoy it, whatever it takes to just enjoy a cigar for you. If you geek out like we do on some things, fine. If you don't geek out, smoke a cigar, which also comes back into play where trying to create a cigar for somebody, like what kind of cigar, what kind of experience. Well, the majority of people don't geek out like we do. They just gonna smoke a cigar. And I think that's where it almost in legacy brands and stuff, that's kind of what they're bringing to the market, right? They're just bringing this cigar for the most people that's going to smoke a cigar. Like it burns right, it looks beautiful, blah blah blah, it looks pretty, the presentation, it smokes great, and maybe they put a little bit of extra for people like us in there that really want to geek out a little bit over it. Like you was talking about my father, all these this some is burning great. And what are you talking about, the Honduran tobacco with the blue, and it added a special thing to it. You know, did they do that because they wanted a different cigar? You know, did they do that because of the boutique industry and how the things and all the stuff, or did they just do it because they wanted to make a?
No, they did that because of the writing on the wall with the Nicaraguan government.
Yeah,
when they opened their new Honduran factory.
That's how you go. Got those names in the Wild West, bad water, to let people know the water was tainted. Bro, I don't know how people survived water. Like, did you go up and, oh, that's some nasty water. But by the time you've tasted it, it's too late. You done got the bad shit in your system.
People learned how to tell what water was good water, and then you
Yep. Well, I think whiskey, that's why whiskey was so important. They felt safer with whiskeys than they did with, man.
Well, you look at like naval grog. They take the water and fill it up with limes and a certain amount of Navy proof rum just to make it drinkable so you wouldn't get dysentery and kill the whole damn ship.
It's crazy. Well, and that's like rum. Rum was very popular on ships because at least you could, I guess you could live off of rum for a while.
Well, you could live off anything with sugar, the water. So rum, whiskey, and rum and whiskey were actual alcohols that you could live off of. So being an alcoholic, you wouldn't die, you wouldn't go in the process because you would, the malt and the different ways it would feed and generate your body
For a period of time, at least to survive the journey, right?
So you're living.
all the time. Literally, you could, most alcoholics would never die, never points, like it would be in a different saw and like just like spirits like vodka and stuff like that. Well, vodka is another one that you can grow all because of the potato in the process. But yeah, there's hundreds.
And that, to bring it back to like tobacco with the Navy, like you ever heard of like Navy flake, Navy roll and stuff? They used to compress it all into periques or big tight rolls of rope tobacco, and that's what would keep it fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
The big plugs, and you just shave off the plug, and it would be fresh as it was.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like the twist and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Papa said he remember my father used to be called Garcia Family Cigars when they manufactured for everyone else before they started making their own. Sweet.
There's all kinds of brands that do that.
He said that's how sailors got scurvy, was drinking just rum, whiskey, and malt liquor.
Scurvy was from the open cuts, and what they would do is they would clean them with those things. So the scurvy was from not looking after open cuts and stuff like that, and it would start the process, just like trench foot and gangrene and stuff like that. These were things from not looking after the ones.
Especially like a train, right?
That's where the merchants would use whiskey and rums and stuff like that to treat these things, to clean them, to clean the wounds and do all that process. So Yeah, I understand where he's coming from, but it was mainly the scurvy was caused from not treating these kind of things, ill health and stuff like that as well.
And the fix for scurvy. Fix for scurvy was citrus, vitamin
Yep.
C.
Yep.
So then they just needed to drink.
Penicillin. It was the cure for that one. So that was what they would do is they would eat the rotten cheese because the cheese with the blue on it would start to cause the penicillin and that would cure them.
Huh. That's crazy.
So that's how the Black Plague was cured as well, because what they found was in like certain poor areas there wasn't getting the plague because they were eating old cheeses and crusty breads because that was their main cause. And the old cheese had the blue greeny mold on it, which is penicillin, and that's what it's shown. And it was a Scotsman who made penicillin and found it.
So they would eat the moldy bread because that's all they had to eat, and it was
With the moldy
Kind of
cheese,
weak, I guess.
created that whole process for them. So the moldy cheese was the penicillin.
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yep. Almost all blue cheese or anything with that moldy marble in it contains natural penicillin.
That's crazy. That's really wild, actually. And they knew it was something, so they just had to figure out how to extract it, I guess. I don't know which one I'm gonna smoke next.
I'm gonna smoke a nice little Mexican Toro.
A Mexican Toro.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked that my father all the way down. It's starting to get warm on my fingers now. Where is everybody tonight?
Did you get in any?
I think like these kind of things how we're doing them now, Randy, and as it's like this, and it's just like coming on. We're talking philosophy, different things. I think one day isn't enough. You need to like
Well,
do more days.
I agree with that, but also there's just nobody on anything tonight, which is weird. We get a lot of people like just in the Discord stuff, like during the week. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's out.
Discord's been getting a lot of attention right now because we can't jump on to our normal platforms. We're looking to be live in other places and start spreading the word, but
Mhm.
for our businesses, it's just getting harder.
Yeah, they tobacco is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Some dadgum cigarettes.
Them cigarettes. What do y'all want? Do y'all want to pop on?
She did cigarettes.
Do y'all want to pop over to Discord?
I think we've done a good night tonight. This is the first one for a little bit of just chat, and we'll come into the next one for a little more content, a little bit more planning.
All right. Well, then I will see y'all in Discord in a minute.
Guys, see you all in Discord. It's been great having you all. Alex, thank you for coming in. Randy, thank you for hosting and doing this. Good to see you back, and I'll see you there.
All right. Peace.